Tu me dis quand c'est bon. Hello everyone. Today we were talking about Ceci n'est pas un job. For this talk, I was inspired by few famous people like René Magritte, Kant, and Jean-Claude Van Damme. In 1929, René Magritte drew La trahison des images, which was a painting representing a pipe. On this painting, it was written, Ceci n'est pas une pipe. I'll use the same concept for my talk. So, my name is Leila, I'm 26, and I'm the co-founder of Levit. I'm Django and Emperor web developer, and I love playing with electronics. This little plushie is Sam, my plushie debugger. He is a bit sad because this year he didn't see his friend at DjangoCon Europe. Today we were talking about Jean-Claude Van Damme and web development. I'll use some quotes, well, a lot of quotes, of Jean-Claude Van Damme and apply them to the web world. Let's begin with a little story. I often heard that my job was not a real job, that the fact I work at home was too easy, and that it was not working. Those remarks hurt me. I remember that thing my mom did a few years ago. We were in winter, roads were blocked by snow, and my mom called me to see if I could go to her city to pick up my little brother. And well, I accepted, because it was my brother. The city was a 45 minutes drive from my home, in fair weather. And when I arrived, the father of my brother was already there. I had wasted almost half the day and risked my life for nothing, because I had nothing better have to do anyway. Also, sometimes people call us to see if we are free or if they can come over because they know that we are home and they are on holidays and are looking for fun afternoon or stuff like that. In this talk, I'll use some quotes to show you why our job is more than that and why we have a lot of responsibilities. But before that, if those remarks can hurt me, can they hurt someone else? Yes, I think so. Is there something that we can do about that? The answer is also yes. A small disclaimer before to continue. I imagined and wrote this talk before the start of the pandemic. Since the start of it, some things have changed. Home workers are better seen as real workers, but there are still a lot of people who don't consider working at home to be actually working. A friend of mine regularly used the "oh, I work at home" joke to say that she was no longer working. But why Jean-Claude Van Damme? Let's see what Wikipedia tells us about him. In the French-speaking world, Van Damme is well known and often mocked for the picturesque aphorism that he delivers on a wide range of topics: personal well-being, spirituality, environment, women, dogs, his ability to crack walnuts with his buttocks, his realization that Christianism is flawed based on the fact that snakes are nice and apples contain pectin, which is anti-cholesterol, etc. He is not considered as a real philosopher nor a real actor. Web development is not just a job. It's also responsibilities, creativity, power, and creation. But we will see more details about that during the talk. Yes, there is false ideas I want to change. I'm pretty sure there is more than that, but I have two false ideas in mind. The first one is home workers are not real workers, and the second one is we can't live from our job. I know sometimes I repeat myself, but I think this is very important to do. Yes, there is some false ideas about our job, because yes, home workers are real worker, exactly like others, like sailor, like plumber, nurses or doctors. We all have a real job. We all are real worker. There is also this question that I often heard: but can you really live from your job? But yes, I think so. Well, as long as we have work, we can't live. Jean-Claude Van Damme said, the cycle of the cosmos in life, it is a big wheel, which is made of things, moments, feelings. And the truth is that there is no truth. The truth is, you have to find your own truth. My own truth? How do you want me to talk to you this way? You would have spoken to me 5 years ago, or 3 years ago, or 6 months ago, or yesterday, or tomorrow. You would have spoken to me that way. I couldn't have answered you that way. And thanks to my own truth, of which I don't have the answer of the truth yet, I can speak to you in a more sophisticated way. A year ago, I would have told you about my muscles, by how much I eat in the morning, how beautiful and how strong I am. I'm the best. Last year, but in truth, there is no better. In truth, there is each himself. We all change. Growing up, our minds evolve. Last year, we did not have the same truth or the same desires as today. Last year, I will never do this talk. This year, I want to send messages. Today, I want to talk more about injustice, sexism, homophobia, racism, and more. I'm not utopian, but I would like to try to change the world. If I can't do it with my job, it's a good point. But I think that I will really invest myself more in the causes that seem important to me. Trust to yourself. You have to believe even more what you believe. And when you start to believe what you believe, there is no one in the world who can move you. Jean-Claude Van Damme. Trust to yourself, trust to your job and what you do, because no one will do it for you. During few years, I had the imposter syndrome. I absolutely didn't believe in myself, in my abilities. Fortunately, I was very surrounded. I thought I had things to prove, and today, I'm more strong. I believe in myself, in what I do, in my work, and I'm much happier. If I tell you that today, it's because the fact that I received critiques from people about my job, about my capacities, about the fact I learn everything by myself, touched me. It's because of that remarks that I didn't believe in myself. When you get in an elevator, you think. As a lot of things, to creations, to people, to memories. So we are never alone spiritually. But physically, in the envelope, if I'm alone, well, here I am. And I stay there until the doors open. And then I start to work. I move my envelope towards my everyday mission. In the envelope and daily job, you're alone. Working from home in an open space, with your headphones on. But when left alone with your thoughts, you realize that you don't live alone in this world. You create things. Might your creations have an impact on the world? Let's take a look at an example. Creation of the web by Tim Berners-Lee. It was intended to help people share work-related information. The web is in fact used for watching lolcats, was not intended but generally good. Searching Stack Overflow on Google was intended. Porn was not intended but no judgment. Bullying, no intended but bad. Radicalization, no intended but really bad. Could these unintended uses have been foreseen? Lolcats, probably not. Radicalization, yes. Improving communication also improves the means of spreading propaganda, and propaganda leads to radicalization. Should he have thought about it? At the time, probably not. But now, today, in 2020, we should know better. We have to think about these kind of things. A lot of web developers are alone in their job. They work from home, and there is others who work in an office with other people. When you work from home, a lot of people don't really consider you as actually working, compared to people who go to the office every day. The human being in general in life reacts. We react. That is to say, we do what we are to do. We are supposed to do. Work, eat. I apologize for the expression, but cheat. But I find that a human being has to create. That's true. In our job, we react. We react to critique from employers, from customers. We react to customers' demand that we accept because that's how we can afford food at the end of the month. But do not just react, create. The second quote on the slide is, my motto is always recreate on self. You have to recreate yourself to recreate a better you. And that is very hard. And it's very easy at the same time. And the last one is, you have to fight to try not to repeat our mistakes. They are easy to remember, but we always repeat them. Humans make mistakes, and it's okay, but only if we use it to improve ourselves. I really think in our job, we can't just react to something. Sometimes we have to think about what we are doing. Is this a good project for me? Does it match with my values? We also have to create. Yes, we have to answer to the desires of the customer. That's a fact. But we also need to show ourselves, show what we can do, create new things. I will read two quotes, one from Jean-Claude Van Damme and the others from Kant. So Jean-Claude Van Damme said, I'm fascinated by the air. If we remove the air from the sky, all the birds will fall to the ground, and the plants too. At the same time, the air, you can't touch it. It exists and it does not exist. It feeds man without being hungry. It's magic. The air is beautiful. At the same time, you can't see it. It's soft and you can't touch it. The air is a bit like my brain. And Kant said, the light dove when in its free flight, it split the air was resistant it feels. Might do without it that we would do even better in emptier space. Van Damme and Kant express the same concept here. What is also applicable to IE, browser limitations, because no browser, no web dev. We have to protect web because web is like our brain, and we want to protect our brain. We want to protect it from bad things that could happen, so we have to do the same with the web. If you make good choice in your research on the web, in your work, you will protect the web. Yeah, we read all our quotes. Well done, everyone. There's a point I really wanted to abort on this talk. It's sexism. The web world is one of the more sexist worlds. Women and minority have a lot of difficulty to be integrated on. Jean-Claude Van Damme said some sexist quote as well. I didn't show them to you, but I wanted to talk about that. Some people think that women, in particular, can't work in the web world. But what I wanted to tell you is that everyone can do this job. As a woman, a man, a gender fluid, or whatever. We all can have the same performance, because what is important is not our envelope, is what we are inside, the way we have to create things, to show to the world what we can do, and that is more important than anything. But what job really mean? The word travail, from Latin tripalium, is a torture instrument. If one of you here think that his job is a torture instrument, please think about this talk. Think that you have the power to change that. You can change this torture instrument into a wonderful and passionate job. I finished with the talk, but I would like to share you my own conclusions. For me, the dream, and for everyone, even if people don't know it, and even if they don't know it, they know it. The dream, it's a feeling, it's a sensation real that happens if we want. For me, since the day I wrote my first line of code, I wanted to be a real developer. And today, my dream is realized. I worked hard for that, and I still have a lot of work to do, but I'm on the good way. So, please, always trust in your dreams. Another quote of Jean-Claude Van Damme: the big fight is against yourself. The victory is to have understood what you want and to believe in it. For me, today, it's done. I believe in myself, and I hope that if for you it's not, I could have helped you a little bit with my talk. My role model is myself. I am my best role model because I know my mistakes, my qualities, my victories, and my defeats. If I spend my time taking another model as a model, how do you expect this model to be able to model in the correct line? To me, that's not really true. I have another model, who is my partner. She teaches me a lot of things about life, about web development, but in the fact, I think this cause is quite true. You are your better model because you know yourself. Last one. The world is made up of atoms and molecules and electricity, like the Big Bang. You see, and all of that together makes the universe. I think this is quite the same for web world, because the web world is made up of web developers, designers, graphic designer, and more. And all of that together makes this wonderful and powerful community. Yes, that's true. This is not a job. It's much more than that. It's responsibilities, it's power, it's creativity. We can change the world with our job. We can decide to do good or bad things. So maybe it's not a real job, but it has real consequences. I wanted to thank you all for taking the time to listen to this talk. I would also particularly like to thank you, Daniele and Joachim, for their help. Without them, I would not have been able to do my talk today. And I would also like to make a special dedication to my partner, who also helped and urged me to not give up. Thank you.
Yeah, sorry, I'm in the train, so it's hard to really speak, but it was really, really nice. Thank you.
Okay. Did someone have some question? No, you will just help me. I can't hear you. Why? I can't hear you. Does anybody have a question? Joachim has a question.
Okay. Leila?
Yes, I think
Hi.
Joachim, I consider GCD more a philosopher than an humorist. Oh, okay. The question is, do you consider GCD to be more of a philosopher or an humorist? And I consider him more philosopher. I don't think he's funny. Did someone else have a question? No?
Leila? Yeah. Noah here? Noah?
Yes? Hi, Noah.
Noah, yeah. Hi. No, this is not a question. I just wanted to say it was a good talk. You did a great job. I really enjoyed it. Yeah.
It was my first one, so I was a bit
Yeah.
tense.
No, it was good. It was good for the first time, and yeah.
Yeah, I think it was great, but the only problem that at least I saw here is just it wasn't very clear sometimes what you talk, because I guess because the mic was too close to your mouth or something. But except that, great talk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. You'll be great next time. Next DjangoCon, you'll be doing great.
Yes, it's. I just the only thing is I can do better next time. I can't. Yeah.
Yeah, you can do. Yeah, you'll do great next time. Yeah, not better. You'll do great. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Someone else? No? Okay. Well, I will stop the conf then. Thanks again, everyone.
Okay. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.